Hi, it's Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style. Today I wanted to talk about AI, or artificial intelligence, and colour and style, because these days there seem to be a million apps springing up that tell you that they can do these things for you. No human required. Now, I have a little issue with this because I have seen them not work. Now, the thing with AI is AI can't think. It can't create new ideas as such. It really is relying on the information that is fed into it to give you an answer or to give you something. Now, in this way, if you are feeding a photo in to get a colour analysis, if your photo isn't great, it's going on what it's seeing. Now, and this is why my colour analysis that I do online, they're not based on one photo. I actually have a multi-step process that is based on many things and quite a number of photos. The people who've been through it know that it's not just one photo, there's multiple photos and multiple steps that we go through, because I know that one photo may not always be accurate. But when I get a range of photos with a range of different colours, I've got a much better chance of being accurate. And also too, if the photo is not great quality, I can very easily say, you know what, this photo is not of good enough quality for me to do a colour analysis. But, you know, a machine is not going to tell you that in the same way. So this is where I really think too that colour analysis and photos just, you know, with AI, they are, you know, you might get the right result, you might not. And there's really no way of knowing if you've got the right or the wrong result. And this is something that I'm, you know, really not happy until my client is happy. And this is sometimes why we go back and forth many times with many different photos to make sure that we are on the right path. Because this is something that is very personal, and that it takes some skill too. It takes skill from the consultant as well. I mean, I find, you know, I teach it as part of doing colour analysis these days because I now have virtual drapes, but still it's not just a whack one photo in a virtual drape and we can make a decision. It's still a process, and it's a back and forth process with that client. And so this is why I really don't think AI yet has the technological skill to do this for you. And as far as style goes with AI, there's so much to style too that is well beyond the current scope of current AI. Now, AI is so great. You know, artificial intelligence is like Google is artificial intelligence. You know, I want to find something on Google, I put some instructions in, it brings me up what it thinks I want to know about. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. But it is fantastic help if I'm, say, doing some online shopping and I'm looking for particular garments. I can put a bit of a description in and it gives me it brings up some things that it thinks I like what I'm asking for. So there's artificial intelligence at work because it's helping me, it's assisting me. But it's not telling, that the problem is with artificial intelligence is it's much harder for it to determine things such as body shape, because body shape is not about measurements. I'll always remember going to a celebrity stylist kind of exhibition as such, where they got people up on stage and they put their body measurements through a body shape calculator, and then that would spat out what their shape was, and then they went and dressed this person based on that shape. Now, I will always remember that this very H-shaped woman stood up on the stage. She had no discernible waist whatsoever. Now, body shape is about the silhouette from the front. What she did have was booty at the back. And so her measurements read as a pear or an A shape. And so that's what their calculator spat out. And then, of course, they're going to dress her as a pear or an A shape. They're not dressing her as an H shape, which is what she was, which required a whole different set of kind of clothing requirements. And this is why measurements don't tell you body shape, that we have to use our eyes. And that is where the skill of the consultant comes in. Also, AI can't tell you what you do and don't like. It doesn't tell you anything about personal preferences and about personality. Now, it can learn a bit about that, but really there are so many things that go into it. And these are even things from, I have had clients who have said, they have modesty as a very high value, and they say, I never want to wear anything that is lower than neck height because I feel really uncomfortable in it, or I never want to show my arms, or I never want to wear trousers. I only want to wear skirts. Like, there's a lot of things that the AI doesn't know about you and will be saying, well, you'd look amazing in this shape or this style or this thing. And it's like, yes, you might, but it's not your personal preference, or it's not your personality. And it's not, there's all these things that really go into it that AI is not yet capable of doing. And plus, the other day, one of my students even put her own face shape into a face shape, like what shape is your face kind of AI algorithm thing. And it came back saying her face shape was an oblong, I think. And I looked at it and went, it's not oblong, it's oval. And this is because, there's more to face shape than just a couple of measurements. And it was really interesting when I looked at her face shape, because facial features and where they're placed on your face change how we see your face shape. So this is why, I may have measurements for a certain, body shape or something, but how features are placed on my body may change the perception of them. How large my bust is changes the appearance of how long my waist is. There's all different things like that really these AI is not currently capable of understanding. And this is why it's the human touch that makes all the difference. It's when, when I'm talking to a client about, shopping for them or what we're really looking for, so much of what I'm doing is trying to understand them, get inside their head, and I'm understanding their values. Does the AI ever ask you about what your values are? Don't think so. What your values are, what your preferences are, what, which brands you found worked and haven't worked, because there's so many different things in there. And of course, really understanding your personality, and even within personality. This thing is, even if AI understood more about your personality, it wouldn't necessarily know how you do that as an individual, which little different aspects of each of the personality dressing styles that you personally like or dislike. And even those things about body, and we have particular body things where, I have a client who told me, she just said, she was wearing these terrible crop top sports bras all the time because she said, I just can't wear underwire bras. And so that was completely changing her shape. But I was like, oh, wait a minute, there are other bras I can get you into that don't mean it have to be a crop top, but they'll still be comfortable and it won't be an underwire. And so this is something we went out and found together. And then, we changed how her appearance was and what she could wear, because we changed the bra. So all these sorts of things, the AIs were not really looking at those things. They're just making a whole lot of general assumptions based on the information that they've had fed into them, because really it's a machine that's had information fed in and then it's spitting out the answer, but it's a very general answer. It's never as personalized as what a person can give you, and especially a person who's trying to understand you and is with you and gets your vibe and all those sorts of things. So this is why, AI tools, I think, can be very useful to do some things, but at the moment I would say that it's still very hit and miss. So this is where the human touch, and it takes many years of experience too to get really good. And sure, AI is going to get better as well. It'll be interesting to see, but I don't think that this is the end of personal styling and image consultants. Like, so many people have tried some of these AI generated like shopping things where they send you a box of stuff every month based on the information you've given them. But, they'll often say, oh, I liked some of it, but I didn't like other stuff. And this is because, of course, there's a whole lot of personal stuff that goes into it. So, something to think about, but it is a topic that comes up quite frequently. And these days there's so many kind of TikTok and Instagram apps and all those sorts of things, which are supposed to be doing your colors, but there's an awful lot to it that you may not realize if you're using them, that you're not actually feeding them the right information to start with. And so therefore the result may not be the result that is actually really accurate. So thought I'd just come and chat about that, because I think it's an interesting topic to think about, because I'm always thinking about, are there ways I can use AI in my business? Because, if I can do things more easily, and there are some great uses of AI these days. I love things like AI does stuff like, it's going to turn this video into a transcript, and I'll be able to just take that transcript, and look at it, and then I can create a blog post from it without having to rethink about everything I thought about when I talked about here. AI is incredibly useful in many ways, but it does not have the personal touch that we need to really understand someone and their personality, their color, their style, their values, all those sorts of things that actually go into what we do as image consultants. So hopefully you found this interesting. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.